Class 12th, subject physics, 14th chapter, dual nature of radiation and matter. From this chapter, let us see the wave particle duality of electromagnetic radiation. That is, electromagnetic radiation will be considered as wave or particle. The particle nature of radiation was confirmed by Compton in the experiments on scattering of X-rays due to the electrons of matter. That is, the experiment on scattering of X-rays confirm the particle nature of radiation, and it was confirmed by scientist Compton. Compton showed that the photon has an associated momentum along with its energy it carries. So, every photon will be associated with a momentum along with its energy. It was showed by Compton. Then all photons of electromagnetic radiation of a particular frequency have same energy and same momentum. That is, all the photons of the electromagnetic radiation having particular frequency, that is same frequency, will have same energy and momentum. Then photons are electrically neutral. They are not having any positive charge or negative charge, and hence they are not deflected by electric or magnetic fields. Photons can have particle-like collisions with other particles such as the electrons. So, similar to that of particles, the photons will collide with other particles such as electrons. In photon-particle collision, the energy and momentum of the system are conserved, but the number of photons are not conserved. So when there is collision between the photons and the particles, at that time there will be conservation of energy as well as momentum, but the number of photons are not conserved. The photons can be absorbed or created. The photons may be absorbed as well as created. Then the photons transfer their energy to the particles during their collisions and disappear. So when there are collisions between the photons and the particles, at that time the photons will transfer their energy to the particles and will disappear. When we turn on light, photons are created. When we turn on light, at that time the photons are created. The photons always move with a speed of light and they are never at rest. So as the photons are created, these photons will move with a speed equal to speed of light and they are not at rest. So this will describe the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation. On the other hand, the effect of wave nature of light was seen in the experiments on interference and diffraction. So in case of the experiments on interference as well as diffraction, the wave nature of light, that is electromagnetic radiation, is observed, and hence we can conclude that both nature is possessed by the electromagnetic radiation, that is particle nature as well as wave nature, because some of the phenomenon are described with particle nature and some of the phenomenon are described with wave nature. In same situations, light behaves as a particle, and in some situation it behaves as a wave. So in some situations it will behave as a particle, and in some situation it will behave as a wave. So this will be regarding the wave particle duality of electromagnetic radiation. And now let us see the photocell. Next point will be photocell. Let us see its construction, working and the applications, that is uses of it. So the photocell is a device which makes use of photoelectric effect. The photocell is a device which makes use of photoelectric effect and converts light energy into electrical energy. So in case of photocell, the light energy is converted into electric energy, and in which the photoelectric effect is used as the working principle. And therefore, if you consider the construction of this, then it will be consisting of an evacuated glass or quartz bulb. So this will be the evacuated glass or quartz bulb, inside which a cathode and the anode are inserted. Then light will be allowed to incident on this cathode. Then this cathode and anode will be connected in the external circuit to a high voltage battery B and the microammeter to measure the current. So this will be the simple structure of this photocell. So its construction will be explained as: it consists of the semi-cylindrical photosensitive metal plate E. So this will be the cathode, that is the metal plate, and which is the semi-cylindrical photosensitive metal plate E, and a wire loop will act as a anode. The wire loop will act as the anode. So here this will be in the form of semi-cylindrical metallic plate, and then in front of it, in the form of a mesh or wire loop, the anode will be supported inside that evacuated glass bulb or quartz bulb. Then the electrodes are connected to the external circuit having a high tension battery B and the microammeter. So this will be the construction of this photocell. And now let us see its working. So if you consider the working of this photocell, it depends upon the photoelectric effect, and therefore its working will be explained as: when light of suitable wavelength falls on the cathode. So when light of suitable wavelength, this light falls on this cathode, then the photoelectrons are emitted from that cathode. Now these electrons are attracted towards this anode. The anode will now attract these electrons due to applied electric field. Then the generated photocurrent is measured by this microammeter. So as the electrons are emitted from this cathode, these emitted electrons will be attracted by this anode, so that current will be set up in the circuit, and that current will be measured with the help of this microammeter. So this will be the working of this photocell. And now let us see some of the uses of photocell. The first use is, it is used in control systems and light measuring devices. In control system and light measuring devices, that is, photocell is used to operate the control systems and in light measuring devices. Second, it is in photographic cameras. So in photographic cameras, these photocells are used. That is, photocells are used to measure intensity of light in photographic cameras. to measure the intensity of light in photo cameras, this photocell will be used. Then third use is to switch on and off street light. So in case of street light, in order to make it on and off, these photocells are used. That is, the photocell is used to switch on and off the street lights. Then fourth one is, in case of burglar alarm, this photocell will be used. In case of burglar alarm. So what is that burglar alarm? So the photocell is used in burglar alarms. In burglar alarms, the source of ultraviolet radiation is kept near the entrance of our house. In case of burglar alarm, the source of ultraviolet radiation is kept near the entrance of our house and light is made to incident on the cathode of photocell and the photocurrent is generated. Now when a person enters the house, at that time the incident light beam is interrupted and the photocurrent stops, and as soon as the current flowing through that circuit stops, the alarm rings, so that in this case this photocell will be used in order to protect some of the valuable things in our house by using it in burglar alarm.